Hello, welcome to a new unboxing and quick analysis. Well, today will be a new 250mm racer. This is the E-Turbine TB250. So this bundle comes with these two transportation bags. So black edition, they are very nice and very efficient to carry in to protect everything. So one is associated with the radio transmitter, the other one with the racer itself. So I will start with the racer. So you open the bags, okay, and here is the contents. So I already fly it a few times. So it comes with this documentation for the 200 milliwatts video transmitter. It's a 32 channel working on 5.8 GHz. Okay, and you have originality. You have these props. I will speak about the props in a few instants. But anyway, here is the quadcopter itself. So it's nothing else than the more or less the same 250mm racer, also named E-Turbine, but there are some small difference. The upper plate is in a pure aluminum plate. Okay, I can give you the remind. I already did a video on it, but I can remind the thickness of each plate. So the upper metal one is 2mm 30. Okay, and the bottom one, in practice not in carbon, in full carbon one, is 1mm, I will say, if I don't take the foam into account, is 1mm 20, okay? All the arms are not in carbon, they are in very strong, I think durable or plastic, with some perpendicular structure to reinforce everything, okay? The motors are some E-Turbine 22 types. They are announced to be 2300 kV or 280 kV. They are branded by Turbine, but they are nothing else than the classic, I think, Emax motors. And well, on the back one, you will find these huge LEDs, very brightening, even in daylight is very good for racing, because you will see the racer behind you will see where you are located. And on front, two big LEDs, white LEDs, okay, and the central position, this FPV camera announced to be a 700 TVL, and as you can see you have a small angle, positive angle, that's good for racing. I will expect guess that the angle is something like 5 degrees, not so much more. Additionally, you will find in this black box the CC3D board. Okay, so out of the box it comes with the Open Pilot firmware, but you can install whatever you want. On the top of it you can find the FPV transmitter, the 5.8, and maybe you don't know, but it's impossible to access to the deep switch to select the frequency very easily. So it means that you will have to unscrew the top plate to change your frequency channel. So it's a real drawback. The antenna is installed laterally, okay, and also behind this E, you will find the 2.4 GHz receiver. So you have two antennas, and I can show one of them here. Two antennas for the diversity system of the Walker receiver. The other one is hidden behind. And as you can guess, this 2.4 GHz antenna sensitivity will be completely reduced by the presence of the metallic structure around. It will play a kind of Faraday's cage around it, and by the presence of some source of interferences around. The 5.8 GHz video transmitter is not so far, the camera also, and the ESC, I will say the more important source of interferences are the ESC very close to it. So you will see we'll have a big and deep impact in terms of radio range of this not very well chosen location for the receiver. Okay, I will finish the work around. So you have a kind of foam protecting the bottom plate, that's good. Okay, and the on the rear part you will find the Velcro strap to welcome 1500 3S LiPo battery, rated 25C, have discharge rate, ending with the XT60 connector, a pretty good LiPo battery. So standalone without LiPo, I can give you some weight information. The TB250 is around 390 grams. If you add the battery you reach 495 grams, so less than 500 grams, and with the Mobius cam you will reach something like 540 grams, okay, or a little bit less. So wow, it's not so light, okay. Why? Because the main reason is not a full carbon. The upper plate is not in carbon. The plastic here arms are the arms are in the plastic, so probably more heavier than a real carbon one, okay. And even the bottom plate is not a full carbon. For me, it's a fiber glasses one, okay, so it's not conducting the electricity. So everything adds some extra weight compared to a pure 100% full carbon frame. Anyway, the main question, is it durable to crash? I would say yes. Of course, the big one at full speed, it will be not, and frontal one, no miracle. But for main type of crash, I crashed it several times. It was okay. I didn't suffer so much of anything. Maybe some little scratch at the extremity of the arm, nothing more. The good news is concerning the video transmitter, announced to be 200 milliwatts video, but it's much more in practice. I measure more than 301, and the FPV range is pretty good. The signal is pretty clear. The camera is, I like it a lot. No SD information. Okay, we can regret at least to not display the battery voltage, but the video signal is pretty good and not blocked by the props. Concerning the props, okay. Originally, it comes with some 3-blade one, some or 50-30 exactly, and within my first flight, the type of props out of the box I found very weak. You know, it's the first generation of Gen 5 model, and my fear was unfortunately verified, because I broke one prop midair, and you can see it broke very close to the hub, so it's not due to a crash, it's really it broke midair. So, and well, I almost damaged my Mobius cam. Anyway, it's a real drawback, and I strongly advise to install some more stronger one. For example, this 5045, for example. Okay, this one comes in 6-inch shaft, but you have a hub adapter. So I strongly advise to immediately change your props. They are very dangerous. They can break midair. It's basically you have to change it and to throw them in the trash. Okay, so the shaft dimension of the motors are, as far as I know, I will check that. I will show that it's some 5 millimeters. Okay, 5 millimeter shaft. So you can install only 5-inch prop types. 6-inch props are not fitting. Okay, they are blocked by the front part. It's a drawback. Okay, only 5-inch are compatible. What I really like, I can show, is the lights. Their LEDs are very strong. As you can see, a very bright front rear LEDs, and on front also the big eyes are very strong, so ideal for that flying. Really, I like it. Okay, remove it. I found the center of gravity very well chosen, equilibrated, and the default setting in auto stabilize in horizon mode are very adapted. So I really like how it's fly out of the box. For beginners, the training FPV, I think it's very good, and as I say, it's compatible with OpenPilot, but you can of course install a clean flight or a beta flight if you want. It's not a problem at all. So by default it comes with this linear antenna, but in ECMA connector, if I'm not wrong, but I install more a cloverleaf antenna. Okay, and you have this cable also to connect your own receiver if you want. To finish, it comes with this charger, basic one, using the balancer plug. Okay, and in the other bag, transportation bag, you will find the a radio transmitter. So it's a walk-around module, because the receiver is a walk-around model, and this is the basic but huge Devo 7, not the 7A but the 7. So it's a large model, but in practice the processor inside is less powerful than the 7A. So it's a large, ideal for large hand. You have a lot of switch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inch switches apart here, so a lot of channels potentially. It's huge. You have a default operating system, not so bad. You can tune everything. That's pretty good. Well, my concern is it's maybe too heavy. And my second concern about this radio, it's eating a lot of the battery very fast. So I strongly advise to install more live, not a LiPo, but a live battery, for example this one, and with a GST connector. Okay, you have a GST connector, and with this one you will be able to fly several hours without problems. The install receiver is announced to have close to 1 kilometer of range, but as I said in my former comments, both the 2.4 GHz diversity antenna, maybe you can see it, it's a two black one here, they are behind, and at least this one here, this small, I'm touching with the screwdriver here from the arm. These two 2.4 GHz antenna are completely blocked by the structure of the by the environment of the receiver. So it means that you are losing a lot of sensitivity in the reception. And you have been very flight. Mid-flight, I was passing just behind some basic obstacle and I lose connection. And you can hear in my video sometimes some dropout, okay, of the E-Turbine TB250. It means that out of the box you will have whatever to unscrew this X screw here to more correctly position your 2.4 GHz diversity antennas to not be blocked like it's actually. So I strongly advise to change your props and to better optimize your 2.4 GHz antenna positioning. It's a real must to do with this machine. Okay, so for me there are the two main concerns about this model, except that the flying characteristics are pretty good, durable. Unfortunately, it's not using full carbon, so it's a little bit heavy, but the motor are strong, very strong, so you have a lot of punch, it's punchy, it's good, and wow, you can fly across rate without stabilization to perform manual flips and so on, without any problem. What I like also is the LEDs, they are very nice, very adapted for night flying. I like the FPV camera, I like the FPV range, very clear signal, so no problem at all, so it's pretty good, and the Devo 7, okay, even is large and heavy, you can tune everything you want. So from the phase safe, from the different curve of these three different rates, you can do everything. You have a lot of channels available. That's pretty good. One of them by default is associated with the flight mode. This one, okay, the F mode here. So when you are in 0 position, you are in horizon, and when you are in 2, you are in acro mode. On this is the default setting in OpenCC 3D. Okay, so I will conclude this unboxing in quick analysis. You have to check my other videos of this model. Well, it's a nice bundle, nice radio, a little bit heavy, nice quad, but some two main default. First of all, you cannot really easily change the video frequency, and the antenna positioning of the 2.4 GHz are not correctly set. And the third one, of course, there is a third one, you have immediately to change the props. It can be very dangerous, you can break them mid-flight, so I strongly advise to take some other models, some other 50, 40, or 50, 30 as you want, depending what you are looking for. Okay, so I will end this unboxing. And I hope you like this video. If you like it, please thumb it. If you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.